Welcome to my channel. I have to say you are in for a treat because we are going to discover CrowdSwap. And I bet most of you have already tried investing in cryptocurrencies in general, and you must have been really amazed by how many different projects there actually are. There's so many different tokens, so many different chains, and it's really hard to wrap your head around all this. And it's even harder to say which ones actually of the projects can bring you in profit. You can actually make money of them, because let's be honest, in here the crypto space is still a bit shady, and quite a lot of projects are either scams or rug pulls, or they just not going to be profitable even though the creators say they will. And this is where CrowdSwap is coming to help you, because this is not just another aggregator or swap platform. This is a DeFi optimizer, meaning that they will find the best opportunities for you according to your assets. So of course, depending on what kind of tokens we like to invest already, CrowdSwap will be able to kind of guide us in a way in which we should actually do put where we should put actually our money, because the sad reality is a lot of people are actually losing their money on crypto, and who is gaining their money, of course, is the creators that just disappear with all this. But CrowdSpace will actually shield you from all the scams as well, because you have to remember this. CrowdSwap is a team of people who constantly just seek out for projects to add, of course, into their offer, and that's where you are safe from scams. And on top of that, they know what will die out as a project, so they're not even considering most of the tokens, and they're only keeping the best of the best, meaning these are the projects that might give you a bit less potential return, but they're way more safe. And that way you can step by step build your fortune, or just put your savings on the side and have some money on top of that. Really fantastic. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with a project like this. They are filtering the scams, high risk yield farming, stacking cryptos, and more, because you probably have seen huge APYs or APRs in many of the projects, and you might think, wait a minute, where's that all money coming from? Well, the answer is it isn't, and people are just a bit gullible and they go for it, but then the project just disappears, or the APR just drops, or you can't even exchange a token because of the lack of liquidity. That will never happen with CrowdSwap, because everything has been checked, everything was checked for you, so you can be safe, and you only are left with the best of the best. And you can find also the best opportunities in the whole crypto space. You can save significantly on your swaps, and there's all the social media links in here with Twitter, Telegram, Discord, and Medium. So I strongly encourage you guys to check them out, because that's where you want to be. This is where all the news is happening. So if they go ahead and add some tokens to their offer, you will be the first ones to know, and that's really important, because that way you can hop on that train quite early. With more than 8,000 followers on Twitter, that's where all the most important news is being put, like the chance to participate in the token launch on February 18th. Retweet and let your friends know with CrowdSwap token launch, and we also have that date saved on the top here, 1 day from now, so that will be the 18th. The public sale will happen, you can get whitelisted quite easily or learn even more, but we're going to discover that after I tell you a few words about their medium. And I strongly encourage you guys to actually check it out, because you can participate in the crowd token public sale, for example, and this is where you will know how to do so. The short articles, 4-7 minutes, that's not that much time to get all the information that you might need about CrowdSwap. Also, the public sale starts soon, in just 1 day and 17 hours. So how to participate? If you click learn more, you will get basically the same article as on Medium, with the important days, of course. Start time 18th of February, end time 21st. Token distribution, it will be 2 hours after the end time. All the social media links to the tokenomics, quite an important bit. 1 billion crowd tokens to be sold of the total supply. Actually, 55% is the liquidity, 20% is team advisors, 10% private sale, 10% launch, and 5% community. Step-by-step guide how to participate in the crowd crowd token sale, all you have to do is fill out that form that we can see on the whitelist me. That will redirect you to that form, and you can fill it out, and after that you can participate in the auction when the public sale goes live. Connect your wallet, submit your bid, and then wait for the end of the auction. So 2 hours after it ends, you will get your tokens. Absolutely fantastic. But let's now get back to CrowdSwap really quickly. They have an important mission. Huge success was created by DeFi, an exponentially growing market. So that seems to be good news for the projects. Companies might create some headache for the users, however, and that's also quite some space for scammers to actually hit you, and that's why you have to be super vigilant. And yeah, exponentially growing market, more than 50% growth in blockchains, opportunities, DEXs, cross-chain solutions, and wallet providers, 9.375 billion combinations, leaving the users with a vast amount of combination to find the best opportunities and prices. So yeah, imagine you have a list of 9.375 billion different projects that you could invest in, because you have to remember there's still plenty of chains. There's more and more new chains appearing, as well as projects. For every chain there's always plenty of projects that are coming out. Of course, most of them are going to be a total loss, a total failure, because it's impossible for 9 billion projects to be super successful and that everyone can earn on them. Of course that doesn't happen. For some people to win, of course to gain, some others have to lose, and that's where CrowdSpace is appearing, helping you be in the gaining bit, and that's really important. Also, there's an impossible mission, impossible to find the best opportunities and prices manually, and CrowdSwap is coming at you with this wonderful solution, non-stop flight for your assets into the best opportunities with a simple booking process. You can connect your wallet and select your desired opportunity, whether you would like depending on your investing strategies that you already had, maybe you will be able to find for yourself some route that will be the best for you, and all routes from your assets to the chosen opportunity, automated best price routing, transparency, security. Best price route is always pre-selected, and no struggling with odd bridges and third-party apps anymore, and then you can just start earning with them. So they have implemented the best routing, the best price routing, or the BPR, and we also have the CCLP, or the Crowd Space Liquidity Protocol, cross-chain liquidity protocol, helping transferring assets super fast, super secure, super cheap, and you can swap so many different tokens as well. It's also MEV protection that it has been implemented, so that will keep you basically safe. It has it saves you from falling transactions to the front running, back running, and sandwich attacks, and so that definitely will stop all the attacks that needed. Also the core team and advisors. So here are some really knowledgeable, experienced, and determined people. We, for example, have a professor at University of Cologne. We also have the co-founder and CEO that you can check his LinkedIn, and all sorts of different advisors and team members in general. As you guys can see, for example, this guy here has experience in algorithms, math, concepts, scientific affairs with this guy, and they are basically quite versatile. They are all over the place, and they know different aspects of the market, of the tech, and everything. Featured media are presented in here. Partners and investors include Polygon, DreamRocks, Chainlink, Fractal, and the roadmap here. So they have done quite a lot, as you guys can see. But for this quarter, they're planning to launch a token, of course, into just on the 18th. CCLP in place, security audits, trading opportunities, stacking, user interface, and more is coming in the second quarter, like the yield opportunities, wallet analysis, and then later stacking opportunities and governance. And you have to also check out what they have done so far: the community engagement, SDK, API development, stacking integration of new chain and DX, amongst many. the community is right in here. You can also find the best prices for your tokens. So it's not only an optimizer, but also finds the best route for you. And that way you can save tons of money, because as you know, some chains are a bit more expensive than the others. Right, so let's go ahead and launch the app itself. And that way, as you guys can see, if I were to buy some DAI tokens, I can either choose ApeSwap or SushiSwap. And knowing most of you probably would go for SushiSwap either way, that's just something that's a bit more natural to us, right? You just go and get the WBNB and switch it to DAI. And we have a step of BUSD, and that gives us quite some more DAI, as you guys can see. For one BNB, with ApeSwap, I will get 422 DAI as opposed to 110 DAI with SushiSwap. So the difference is just insane. And we have all sorts of different chains. We have Ethereum, Polygon, and BSC, of course. I will not change it for now because you get the idea. And the amount of tokens that we can switch to is just insane. For example, Atom, this is again, the best price would be with SushiSwap, and that's all, of course, the only route. But if we were to change the token itself, quite often I had this experience with Atom that sometimes I just couldn't exchange it from one currency because there was just no routing available. With CrowdSwap, they will find the best route for you, probably even few, and they will put that in a list, so you can even choose. You can even go for the less optimal option for you. But yeah, you have everything, the total fee and etc. So that's all listed. Really fantastic and quite intuitive, I have to be honest. You have the app for yourself right there. You can also have this little clock in here, either the units in token or in dollar, the slippage and etc. So everything's right in there. Super intuitive, and I have to say it is quite impressive. But now let's get back to the main page to wrap it all up. So bear in mind, I'm not a financial advisor of any sort, so all the investing you are doing is at your own risk. Please be smart and responsible about it. But do let me know what you think about CrowdSwap. I think they have some insane features that they are offering, especially I like that they are willing to help so many people with investing with crypto, because this has been an area that a lot of people are still iffy. They just don't trust crypto in general, and there's really no surprise in it, looking at how many scam projects, rock pools are there. Even everything happening with NFTs is still a bit shady and gray. You either hate it or love it, for example, and a lot of these projects are, for example, they are many that are just scams, and they just lose their worth right after they've been sold. Yeah, but anyway, leave a like if you like the video and subscribe for more, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.